Hello everyone, praise the Lord, very good morning. I'm grateful to God that God has helped us to meet together through this spiritual breakfast. And may the name of the Lord be glorified and may His name be lifted up as we meditate His word and we as family sit together in prayer and seek His face. Surely God is happy with you. Today's meditation is from the book of Nehemiah, chapter 9, verse 2. Those of Israelite descent had separated themselves from all foreigners. They stood in their places and confessed their sins and the sins of their ancestors. We see here Nehemiah before building up the city of Judah or the walls of Judah, and he gathers up all the people. So he wanted to purify people. He wanted to make them holy so that they can come and stay with him and stand with him and build the temple and build the city with him. So he wanted to purify them. So he called everyone together. So all the Israelites gathered to seek God. If you read the verse 1, you will understand that they came together in fasting and they were wearing sackcloth and they were seeking God. And while in their fasting, in this duration of fasting or this fasting and prayer, seeking God to help them, purify them and help them and use them, during this session, you could see there are things happening here, right here, in this duration of fasting. So we are going to meditate one by one about these things. The very first thing is the verse we read, the first part. Those of Israelite descent had separated themselves from all foreigners. These people separated themselves from all foreigners. If you look at the history of Israel, whenever the Israelites, the nation of Israel inherited some other nation or they got victory over them, they entered some other nation, God told them very clearly, you have nothing with those people. You cannot marry from them or you cannot give a marriage. So you have nothing with them. In some nations, God would say, destroy everyone in that nation and possess it. In some nations, God would say, leave some people, but do not mingle with them. Do not live with them. You stay separately. So this was the command of God. Throughout the Old Testament we could see, or throughout the journey of Israel, we could see this was the command of God. Even in Egypt, God did not want these people to mingle with Egyptians. So when right here we see that these people, the Israelites, now they have mingled with some other group of people. They have union with some other group of people. They had fellowship with some other group of people. So the first thing that happened during the fasting is they separated themselves from foreigners. They came apart from the foreigners. They did not mingle with the foreigners. My dear brothers and sisters, during this fasting and prayer, during this season, let's take effort to separate ourselves from these foreigners. The foreigners, in other words, is the world. So let's separate ourselves from the world. Let's separate ourselves from the things in this world. There will be some things that God hates. We all know that, but we will have union with them. We will have fellowship with them, and we are in the world, but we are not of the world. That is what Bible is teaching to us. So you may be having some things about things in this world that is with you, but during this fasting, come apart from the foreigners. Keep yourself away from the foreigners. So then God will answer your prayer. So the fasting is coming apart from the foreigners. God bless. ஹாய், இந்த ஆவிக்குரிய சிற்றுண்டி நிகழ்ச்சி உங்களுக்கு நிச்சயமாக ஆசீர்வாதமாக இருக்கும் என்று சொல்லி கர்த்தருக்குள் விசுவாசிக்கிறோம். தொடர்ந்து நீங்கள் இந்த வீடியோவை ஹை குவாலிட்டியில நீங்கள் பார்க்க விரும்பினால் நீங்கள் எங்களுடைய யூடியூப் சேனலை நீங்கள் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணலாம். நிச்சயமாக ஒவ்வொரு நாளும் அதில் நாங்கள் இந்த வீடியோவை ஹை குவாலிட்டியில் போடுவோம். அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் எங்களுடைய சபையின் நிகழ்ச்சிகள் ஒவ்வொன்றும் எங்களுடைய சபை ஆராதனைகள் யூடியூப்ல உங்களுக்கு வரும். அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் நீங்கள் எங்களை ஃபேஸ்புக்லையும் ஃபாலோ பண்ணலாம். நீங்கள் இதை தொடர்ந்து வாட்ஸ்அப்ல பெற விரும்பினால் நீங்கள் கீழே தெரிகிற வாட்ஸ்அப் நம்பர்ல நீங்க எங்களுக்கு மெசேஜ் அனுப்புங்க. நிச்சயமா உங்களுக்கு அனுப்புவோம். இது ஆசீர்வாதமாக இருக்கும். கர்த்தர் உங்களை ஆசீர்வதிப்பார்.